Good girl. Good girl. You nutter. You Bulgarian nutcase. You lie down there. Come on, lie down. Now lie down, Skye. Up here. Up here. No, no. Oh, what's she like? She's going to knock the table and knock me bloody tea over in a minute. Evening, guys. Good afternoon, I should say. It's late afternoon. I'm in a bit of a wild camp about 5 miles from Norwich. Another one as well. Another quick one, in and out, as I do in these urban areas. Lovely. Right, got a bit of a different camera angle there. I hope it's all right. Anyway, warm welcome. It's just a few of the answers to the questions that we had come through. What are you doing, Skye? Oh, she's a monkey. She's going to knock the table, knock me tea everywhere in a minute. She always does. So I've got a bit of a different camera angle there. I might zoom it in a bit. I look a bit far away there, but anyway. The question and answers on my, because tomorrow will be my 12-month anniversary living in Christine. 12 bloody months. Blimey, oh, bleeding Riley. And it's gone by just like that. Absolutely flew by. It really has. You tired, Skye? Just took her for a long walk. I don't know whether you can see her there, guys. You probably can't. Come on, Skye. Come here. Skye, come here. Come on, up here. Good girl. You stay there next to Daddy. That's it. Yeah, so it's it's certainly been an eye-opener, an adventure, exciting, some dramas along the way, but as you've seen with all my videos through the last 12 months, with Anglesey, the East Coast, Wales, all over the place, obviously Skye as well, a few local camps around here. It's been really epic, and it's been 12 months, amazing, absolutely amazing. And I had, I think it was close to 130 questions on Instagram, Facebook, email, Twitter, YouTube. Well over 130 questions, which is amazing. So obviously I won't feature them all in tonight's video. A lot of them were duplicated questions anyway, and a lot of the questions I've answered in past videos. But we'll run through a few of them. But I might do another video for questions, answers to your questions, guys. So thanks very much. Warms my heart to know that you're interact with the channel and give me your lovely comments and all your lovely support. It really is amazing. And anyway, stop rambling on, Steve, because we may go on a little bit with this one. I've got a nice cup of tea. Kettle's on, Mother. Kettle's on, Skye. Do you want some of Daddy's tea? You want some of Daddy's tea? Kiss, kiss. Good girl. You sit there and be a good girl. So yeah, I need to get the van rolling again. You know, I'm stuck around the Norwich area sorting one or two things out. We've sorted a lot of upgrades and basically repainting Christine, getting her back to pristine condition again. I had an issue with the tyres, and now I've got another issue with one of the tyres. It's got a slow leak on it after changing them all around. One of them's developed a slow leak. The hell? What next? I'd love to invest in some all-terrain tyres. I think you can get 15... I think you can get 14-inch all-terrain tyres, but I think they're about £100 each. So 400 quid for 4 tyres, that's a lot of bloody money, but hopefully one day I'll be able to do that. But I'll probably have to just get some basic tyres for now. But I need to sort that out. And as I say, we've tightened up inside, we've tightened up outside, so we're ready to rock and roll again. I am still waiting. One of the parts has gone back order for my MOT in a few weeks' time. About 8-9 weeks' time, I got my MOT up in Birmingham. So one of them went on back order, then it was a wrong part number or something. Oh, does you bloody idiot. So I've got to hang out a bit more because I want that part on the van before I go on my mini tour down the East Sussex, Essex coast. I want that part in the van ready for when I toot off up to Brum and get my MOT done, because I don't want to really come back to Norwich from my East Coast mini adventure. So as soon as that part's come, we'll be rolling again. The wheels will be rolling again. I'm still rolling around the local area doing my camps, but so 12 months, bloody hell, whoopee bloody doody, 12 months living in a van, and I've loved every single minute. There's been some dramas, I know, there really has been some epic dramas, epic ups and epic downs, but that's what it's all about. That's what van life is all about. Anyway, stop rambling on, Stephen. I should have put a clock somewhere because I ain't got a clue how this time's going to run on this. Anyway, we'll try and ramble through some of these questions. Again, guys, thanks from the heart for interacting. and giving me your questions. Right, what we got here? We've got the first one from the Gourmet Motorhome. How you doing, GM? Nice to hear from you. He's a regular commenter on the channel, which is lovely, jubbly. Appreciate your support, mate. GM, what do you do about the van insurance when constantly roaming? I look forward to your next chapter anyway. Perhaps you will find the East Coast camps not as easy as Skye. That's a fact, GM. That is a fact. It's going to be a really enlightening, eye-opening experience doing resort areas along the East Coast, Sussex Coast, Essex Coast, down towards Southampton that way. It's certainly not going to be easy to find the off-grid wall camps that we always do on country, because you know, we don't do campsites at all. We don't do pay for sites. We don't do none of that. Doesn't mean to say I may not do none in the future, but 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, I'm off-grid. So it's going to be a little bit tougher, but it'll be interesting. We'll find something. You keep watching the channel, guys. We'll find something, I'm sure. Yeah. What you do about insurance when constantly on the road? Well, you just get a postal address, GM. My postal address is my daughter's. They've got, you know, if I want parcels or something like that from Amazon or Google or whatever, or eBay, or I need something delivered, I'll use a local post office wherever the van is, or a pub, or a fish and chip shop, like I did on Skye. One of the fish and chip shops in Broadford was one of my main pickup points for any parcels that my children sent me or I had sent from Amazon. Just go in, ask politely, and most places will let you deliver to their places. Plus, you've got the post office as well. You can have all letters sent to the post office, diverted to the post office. So you can get a neighbour to do that for you or whatever. That's what I did with stuff that was delivered to my, say, daughter's address or my old flat address. The neighbour come in, picked them all up and diverted, put them in one parcel, diverted them to the local post office, wherever I may be, wherever it is on Skye or Wales or the Highlands or whatever, to the local post office, and I got it within a couple of days. So it's easier to do. Just get a family member or a friend to be your permanent postal address for your legal documents. So hopefully that'll sort that one out for you. Thank you, GM. Thanks for that one. Next one, Jimmy Dimitru. How you doing, Jimmy? Nice to hear from you, bro. I'll be interested to know all the ways you kept warm on the long, cold nights on Skye and elsewhere, Stephen. I know it isn't cheap to keep the using heaters, so I wondered if you were well kitted out for the weather when it was really freezing. I tell you, Skye was bloody cold, and it was probably cold the 6 months I was there every day. There weren't many warm days, I can tell you. If it wasn't raining, it was gales. If it wasn't gales, it was snow. And it was really cold of a night time. I think the lowest I got on Skye was about -4, -5, I think it was. But no, it's Chinese diesel heater. That amazing. Okay, I didn't have solar panel powering up on Skye because no sun at all. For 6 months, no sun. A couple of days we had sun, but not many. So the two solar systems I've got in the back were totally useless. They were redundant. After about a month, they were redundant. No charge going into them at all. There was enough charge in there to charge your iPhone and stuff, but nothing to power your TV, your diesel heater, your laptop. All that had to done via my leisure batteries, which I driven battery to battery from the alternator. So just turn the engine over for an hour or so, charge up my alternator batteries, charge up my poweroak, and that's where all my power came from for the 5 of the 6 months on the Isle of Skye, from my poweroak, my inverter, leisure batteries, and engine alternator charging up. Whether I was on the road or if I was stationed for an hour, I'd put the engine on. Plus, having the engine on, not only are you charging up your poweroak system, not only are you charging up your leisure batteries with your engine running, not only are you charging your batteries, your poweroak, your laptop, you can get all that plugged in charging while the engine's running, but you're also keeping the van warm as well, so you don't have to have the diesel heater on. So it swings and roundabouts, but I have done an upgrade for batteries now. They will have battery to battery from the alternator as well. They'll be linked up to the alternator. So the whole system will be charged up when the engine's running, not just my leisure system at the front, because I've got two solar systems at the back, and those two are redundant on Skye. But yeah, keep him warm as long as you've got plenty of power. You know, I've got plenty of woolen clothes. You just wrap up for the weather. You just wrap up more. That's really. I use a diesel heater most evenings. Turn it off. I don't have it running in the night at all while I'm in bed. When I'm in bed, I've got a sheepskin rug which I bought. I got lost on that journey. Where was that to? Can't remember where it was to now. It was a bloody 250-mile wrong turn for me, but it turned out to be a great adventure. So I don't mind wrong turns. I really don't. I really don't mind getting lost. That's what van life's all about. Get lost. Just get lost in your mind, your soul. Get lost in everything you're doing, and just leave everything behind. That's what van life's all about. So I've got a sheepskin rug. I've got plenty of woolen blankets and all sorts, nice and cozy in there. Plus, I've got an electric blanket, which I run off my poweroak. So I had my electric blanket on most nights. So it's lovely and toasty and Christine. Even though it's -4 outside, you'll get 25 inside the van. So it's that's no problem at all keeping warm. It will be a lot cheaper in the summer because I'll have all the solar systems running in the summer and I won't need to run the engine as much. So a lovely job, Lee. So it is a little bit more expensive in winter to run the van because you've got to keep warm, guys. You really have. You're not out that much either. You're not out exploring. You're not eating cold salads and sandwiches. You're not out making barbecues. You're in the van most of the time in the winter time. And so you're using up a lot more of your energy on board. You lose, you know, you're cooking a lot more hot food. You're using the heater a lot more. And with all that extra usage, you haven't got the solar coming in. Whereas in the summer, you've got the solar coming in, but you're not using as much energy. So it's a lot cheaper in the summer to live in a van. Lovely jubbly. So that answered that for you. Jimmy, thanks for the question, mate. Up here, Skye. Up here. Skye. Skye, come here. Stop running around because you're going to knock your tea over. Up here. Up here. Skye, come here. Up here. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. People want to shoot you. They want to shoot you. Sit. 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 Good girl. You should pull. You should pull. Good girl. Right, lovely. Anyway, let's crack on. Oh, blimey. Is there a clock on me? Oh, I can't see. 12 minutes. Skye, up there, you little monkey, you Bulgarian nutcase. Just sit still. Look, watch the telly. Listen to Daddy rambling on. Right, next question. This is for Adventuring Lexi. Hiya, guys. How you doing? What's been the scariest moment and what's been the happiest? Well, fuck, mate, I've had a few scary moments, I can tell you. It wouldn't be country van life without the dramas that I have, and the real dramas, and they're not clickbait dramas like you see on quite a few channels out there. They're real dramas, but scariest moment. What's it always been a few, hasn't there? I mean, I've had people threatening me with shotguns, and we've been on the edge of cliffs. I think the scariest one for me, which I nearly broke down over, so when Christine got stuck going up that hill on Algol. All these are on my playlist, guys, if you want to check back if you've not seen them. But we went down, but we couldn't get back up. And I got in such a bloody jammed situation with Christine. I thought we would never, ever get her out of that valley. Never in a million years. And I was at the lowest of lows at that point. It's lucky I had Tony and Claire with me to calm me down, pick me up and think about the situation. And we got out of it, as you always do. Things seem dramatic and scary at the time, but thinking back, it was a bit silly. You just need to sit down, relax, think about the situation, and there's always a way out. There really is. Even though I was in a remote location in the middle of nowhere, how the hell are you going to get a 3.5 ton up a bloody hill that it won't drive up? But it worked out. We worked it out, and we got out of there. Just Tony and Claire. We got out of there. So that was probably the scariest moment, even though I've had quite a few. Have a look at my playlist. Let's see. What was the other one? And what was the happiest? What was the happiest moment? I presume you mean in my van life, not just Skye, but I don't know. I think even though Skye was fantastic, and I'd highly recommend anyone to get Skye on your bucket list. You've got to go to Skye, guys. It is amazing. It is truly amazing. But I think the happiest moment is when I went on my first ever big tour, and that was Anglesey. I was so happy over in Anglesey, and I met so many people. So many people came to see me. So many Vanlifers. So many members of the public. Up here, Skye. Up here, Skye. Up here. So many members of the public. So many Vanlifers. Sit down, girl. Sit down. You Bulgarian nutter. It was just amazing. It was. I was just in such a euphoria inside of feeling so happy after feeling so down for so many years, with losing my dear wife Christine when she was killed. It was the first time in my life I really felt some sense of happiness again. Some sense that I'd found myself. I'd found my vocation. I found my way forward in life. Whereas before, there was no way forward for me for years after Christine was sadly taken. But I think that was the happiest moment. Those first few weeks on the Isle of Anglesey. They're all my playlist, guys. Those first few weeks on the Isle of Anglesey. My first ever main adventure in Christine. I was really happy. I'm happy all the time in Christine. I really am on all the ventures. So there you go. Thanks for that, Lexi. Adventures in Lexi. All these names I mentioned, guys, go and check them out. Just put their name in Google or YouTube, and you can check out their channels and give them a look. Next one, where are we? Helen and Carl, how you doing, guys? Team Brummies. How's the? Oh yeah, got on the right page. How you doing, guys? Lovely to hear you from the Team Brummies. I've met these guys a few times, as you guys know who watch the channel regular. We meet up. I think we've met. Is it 3 or 4 times now? I don't know. But love them to death. Love them both to death. And Nookie Monster. They've got a couple of questions for me. If you could change anything about Christine, what would it be? Change anything? I'd like some upgrades for the stuff that I've got in here, but that's all down to finance. As you know, when I did my build, it was all in a tight budget. I really can't afford a lot in the van. I'm only on a pension, guys, and I can't really afford all the top grade, systems and controllers and batteries and all that beta. But I can't afford all that. So regarding what I've got for the budget that I've had, I'm quite happy the way Christine's running. Couple of little nips and tucks on the systems that I've got I need to do. But regarding anything, would I change anything? Was that the question? If you could change anything? No, I love the layout. I mean, Christine is probably more famous than my channel because everyone recognises my van. It's not like, lots of other channels out there. They've got all more or less the same kind of design vans, or the white vans, or the white panel vans. It is unusual. It's not. I'm not saying it's the only grey van out there, but it is unusual and it's quite recognisable. Everywhere I go, whether it's even in Norwich here, if I go to a shopping centre, I will guarantee you I'll have 2 or 3 people come up to the van, either saying what a beautiful van it is, or we know you on YouTube. Hello, Christine. It's lovely to. I just love it. I love everything about it. Would I change anything? I'd like it to be a bit younger, perhaps. Not 30 years old, but other than that, I'd like some all-terrain tyres on there, but we're looking at 400 quid for that, so I don't think that's going to happen. Would I change anything else? I think that where the door is, I'm not, and the awning and the door is on that side, which is the English side. I would like it to be on the foreign side, funny enough. Where that cupboard is there, this cupboard here, guys, to my left, I would like that door to be there. I would like the awning on that side as well, because everything I do is out that window. All my views are out that window. When I park up for my famous bedroom views, it's always this side of the van, and all the activity is always that side of the van. So I'd like my awning on that side, and I'd like the front door on that side, and perhaps put that cabinet there where the front door is there. But that's configuring the van completely and ripping out things, which I can't do to that. I want to keep the originality of the van as much as I can. Even with all the work that I've done in the van, most of these are all just stickers, all this paneling here, guys, this covering, it's all stickers. So it can all be taken down and taken right back to the original of the van. So it's got quite a bit of its originality. I think that's the beauty of it, really. That's why it's such a lovely vehicle. I've kept the originality. It's just more homely inside with my touches inside as well. Lovely. So I'm not sure I change anything major in the Van Helen car. What's the other one? If you could change one thing about van life, what would it be? Oh, now you could go on forever for this one, couldn't you? It's just, I mean, the biggest thing to me in van life is the attitude of some councils, particularly in England, English coasts, you know, down as far as Cornwall or come up here, Skye. It's not too bad at Scotland, even though it's getting a bit tighter in Scotland. Obviously, Skye you're fine, and all the Highlands you're fine, guys. The NC 500 you're generally fine up that way, but it's getting busier now. But hopefully it'll all calm down once the COVID staycation syndrome is finished and gone, and all the airplanes are flying again. And all these wonderful people that are hiring vans all over the country will be on airplanes and over the other side of the bloody world instead of throwing rubbish into our lay, boys. Come on, Skye. Come on. So it's the attitude of councils, I think. They need to change. They need to realise the money that's coming in from RVs. Sit down, Skye. Sit down, good girl. They need to realise the amount of income we bring into the local communities by building airs. You know, charge £5 a night or £8 or £10 a night, as long as you've got facilities there. Most people might, even wild campers like me, I wouldn't mind paying £10 a night if I got electric up and toilets and whatever. The attitude of the local councils, especially on the coastal resorts, they need to change big time. I mean, Scotland, you know, you go to Europe, Scandinavia, Portugal, France, all over there, there's airs for RVs all over the place. Those countries realise the impact that RVers and the travelling people who are on holidays travelling, they realise how much money can bring to their local community and economy. So they're set up everywhere. They're everywhere, and they are beautiful, especially Scandinavia. There's some beautiful air sites over there, and it's all, most of it's free as well. So we need to wake up to that. The attitude of local councils need to wake up to that. I don't think, you know, I've never had no attitude on the road at all regarding public. You know, you get one or two people look at you up and down a little bit, say you're a gypsy, but I am a bloody gypsy. But not wrong with being a gypsy. Hopefully I'll sort that out. And also, people that do hire vans or people who are being stupid, they need to get some respect. They really do. They need to get some morals and get some respect for the countryside, for our beautiful natural countryside, and respect it. Don't build your fires on the ground. Don't leave rubbish. Don't tip your bloody toilet waste. I don't know whether that will happen. I don't think it will ever happen, because those type of people, they've got no respect. They just don't give a damn. So I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, so I hope that's answered that for you, Helen and Carl and Nookie Monster. Boy. So thanks for that, guys.